Okay, here we go. Dude, that looks so green.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I think this is the darkest tanner I've ever used in my life.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know the shimmy, then it is clearly your first time here. So my name is DLAINA Cherie, and today we are testing out a brand new tanner. The lovely, the wonderful Coco&Eve Sunny Honey Self Tanner in the shade Ultra Dark. Let's get right into it. Are we ready though?
We're ready.
I'm my Starbucks, so I know I'm ready. My lovely sister is behind the camera, so everybody give a shout out to her. She is actually going to be starting her own channel here soon. Do you want to say hi?
Hi sisters. Just kidding, wrong channel. You know how it is. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay.
Alright, good job. So, obviously today we are doing the Coco&Eve Sunny Honey, which shout out to one of my subscribers who actually requested this. I'm gonna post a little comment right here because otherwise I would not have known about this, and this looks super cute and I'm so freaking excited to try it. So I have already prepped everything. I have moisturizer on my face. I have lotion on my hands, my knees, my elbows, head, shoulder, knees, and toes.
No, it won't let me go all the way down.
That's okay. I don't want to waste your guys' time, you know?
Can get straight into it.
Yeah, dude. How many times do you hear a beauty vlogger say, I'm gonna get straight into it, and then they talk for another 10 minutes? And then they say, I'm gonna get straight into it again? Well, I'm the real deal. We're gonna get straight into it. Listen, I don't want to hear anything in the comments about me using these gloves. Every time I use these gloves, somebody in the comments is like, yeah, use a mitt. What are you doing? And I'm like, listen, I have a very nice mitt. It's a velour mitt from Loving Tan, and I've used it multiple times, and it does not make a difference. Okay? Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Velour mitt.
I got it for free, okay? It's not like I paid a ton of money for it. So, we are going to start. The directions say, exfoliate before use. Done. Apply to dry skin free from moisturizers. Whoops, didn't know that. So we'll see if that affects it. Okay. Apply using a self-tanning mitt in circular motions. Use sparingly on elbows, knees, wrists, and hands. Allow to develop for a minimum of 2 hours or overnight for a deeper tan. I'm not going to leave it overnight, but I'm going to leave it on for like 8 hours. So basically overnight. And gently pat skin, dry, moisturize daily to maintain results. Well, this says specifically to use with a tanning mitt. So now I feel obligated to.
You should.
After bragging about freaking, okay, the direction, I have to follow the directions, otherwise this might not be a thorough review. Let me go grab my freaking mitt, I guess. I just hate it because it always eats up so much of my product. Okay, bye. We're back. I got my mitt. I'm going to start by applying it to my legs. This one, I believe, has a color guard to it, which means that it is tinted. Wow, it looks green. Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
It literally looks like poop.
It literally does. Dude, it smells so good though, smell it. This is the best smelling tanner I've ever. And I just used the, what was the other one? The Tanceuticals that smelled really good. That one smelled like coconut. It smells like Victoria's Secret perfume.
Yeah, it smells like Bath and Body Works kind of.
This is gonna, if this stays this strong though, it's gonna give me a headache like the Tanceuticals did. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, it's literally green.
I don't know.
That's the greenest.
Yeah.
I don't know, Saint Tropez is pretty green, but I still think that this is more green than Saint Tropez. TBH.
Better than orange.
Oh, my right leg is so tight. Look at that already though. Dude, that looks so green.
Ain't no budget when I'm on the set. If I like it, that's my God.
I think I need to just like raise the whole thing.
Raise the roof.
Where it's above.
Is
I
it
am
sticky?
I mean, it's hard to tell right now because I really only have my legs done, so it's not sticky yet. With this product, I don't feel like I have to use an exorbitant amount of product with my mitt, which is how I felt with my other tanners. Like, it just felt like my mitt freaking ate it up. It doesn't feel like it really wants to go on that even right here. I don't know if I have like dry skin or something going on. Gotta get that hairline. So for hands and feet, obviously we're going in with a brush because that's what all the experts say to do. And that's definitely what, why am I shaking so much? Jeez. That cold brew. I used to get freaking nervous about my face, but now I'm just kind of like,
Covered up with makeup.
yeah. The only thing that I have learned is be a little bit careful on your mustache area because that can get real crazy real fast. And make sure also to bring it up. I don't know how like technically safe this is, but I always bring it up around my eye area. Just whatever's left over on the brush because you look like you like laid out in the sun with sunglasses on. Yeah. Listen, everybody wants those bright under eyes, but like not that way. Not in that way. We're not trying to look like Donald Trump. Too soon?
Not soon enough.
We're just gonna start with a little tiny smidge and we're gonna do the hands. The hands are always a struggle, I feel like, unless you're using Tanceuticals, you know? Tanceuticals is like, you don't even have to worry about it. Always bend the knuckles. Probably gonna wash my hands in like 2 to 3 hours. Do a little bit more on the feet. Stretch. Don't zoom in on that pedicure, do not. So that is it for now, and I'm going to just let this sit for 8 hours and we will see how this develops. I will check in with you guys directly after I wash it off and then in the morning as well, so.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I just got out of the shower and I think that this is the darkest tanner that I've ever used in my life, and I can't wait to see how it looks in the morning because right now, I'm a little shook right now, to be honest. It's very late. It's 2 a.m. So.
Are you guys ready for this right now? Are you guys ready for this right now? I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready. Ta-da! I'm so freaking tan. Now, this is actually a few days later, so I actually am starting to fade a little bit. But before we really get into the final results and I do like the cute little full pan of my body and everything like that, because my legs are really where it's at. And I really want you guys to see it. But I just quickly want to do a recap on everything that this tanner promised to do and if it really fully met those expectations. So first of all, it says no streaks, no bad smells, no stress. And I will say, in terms of how it's fading right now, the streaks I don't know, because around my arms area, I did notice a little bit of streaking right off the bat, but I don't know if that was just due to bad application or if it was due to the product. I've never really had that problem before, and usually I apply my tanner with vinyl gloves and not a velour mitt like I did this time because it recommended using a mitt. I have a feeling I'm gonna get better results with gloves, just saying. I know that's not what everybody thinks, but that's been my experience, so I'm going to try that in the future. But that is one thing that I did notice is a little bit of streakiness and a little bit of patchiness on the chest and the arm area right off the bat, but nothing that would keep me from wearing it again. It was very, very minimal. The no bad smells, that is for sure. It has a beautiful, lovely, refreshing fragrance. It actually says that the fragrance is tropical Balinese mango and guava scent, and it smells freaking amazing. I would definitely pick the scent of this one over the Tanceuticals one any day. It was much less headachy, if you know what I'm saying. It says it has a unique cell-U-shape formula infused with raw virgin coconuts, botanicals, and amino acids to hydrate and firm skin. In terms of hydrating and firming, I didn't find it to be like super hydrating, but it definitely wasn't drying. And in terms of firming skin, I don't know about that. Enriched with a Bali-inspired ingredients such as mandarin oil and natural antioxidants including fig, banana, papaya, and cocoa to help improve signs of aging. Okay, too soon to tell. Blurs pigmentation and perfects skin. That's a bit of a heavy claim, but I do not have any struggles with pigmentation, so I can't really say that for sure. So maybe if you're somebody that either has a lot of freckles or has sunspots or something like that, you guys let me know down in the comments if you've used this and you've had that experience with it, but yeah. And then it says it has a green Wow. And then it says it has a green-gray base for a natural-looking golden glow with no orangey tones, and that I would 100,000% agree. There is nothing orange about this tanner. My husband was out of town whenever I was using this tanner, and I was actually messaging him, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the darkest, most natural-looking tan I've ever used, and I was like freaking out. I was so excited. I 100,000 agree. This is literally the most natural looking tan I have ever used in my life, and it's the darkest. I feel like a freaking bronze goddess right now, okay? And then the last claim is that it is fast drying and develops in just 2 hours. In terms of fast drying, I would totally agree with that. It also claimed to have a non-sticky formula. Non-sticky, I would agree with. It was a little bit sticky just right off the bat, like very first applying it, but I think that's just because it was wet. After it dried, it was very comfortable. Unlike the Tanceuticals or the Tanologist, both of those were very sticky tanners, but this one was very, very comfortable to wear. I don't know why that word was so hard for me to get out. Oh my gosh, it says CelluShape helps to improve the appearance of cellulite. We all need a little help with some cellulite, so that's cute. I like that. But of course, stuff like that, you're not really gonna see much of a result unless you're using it consistently over time. So that is something to consider. It's not like you're just gonna use this once and all of a sudden your cellulite's gonna be gone. So keep that in mind. Don't buy this just off of that, but that is a nice added benefit if it actually works. So now, how it looks on my body. Oh my gosh. So like I said on my chest, it actually has started to get a little bit patchy as it has worn over the past few days. I did want to wait to kind of film the final results so that I would start to see how it wears a little bit. And honestly, I think that if I had done a better job of exfoliating beforehand and moisturizing every single day since I used this tanner, the patchiness would probably be a lot less. But that's just like golden rule for all tanners, and I will actually totally own that because I did not do a good job of like pre-exfoliating my arms and stuff like that, and so that will definitely affect the performance of the product. So I don't really knock the product that much for it. I really blame myself for not prepping and maintaining properly. So like I said, arms, it really just feels like kind of the upper body area is where it got patchy, from a little bit around my back and like the armpits and my chest, but like my stomach, my lower arms, is that what you call them? My lower arms, my hands, and everything in between. I'm freaking obsessed with how dark my legs are, especially my calves, because usually my calves don't absorb a lot of tanner. I don't know why. All the tanners that I've used, it's like my calves always absorb the least. I don't know if that's normal, but that's how it is for me. And this one literally went on like a dream. They absorbed everything perfectly, and I just could not be happier with how my legs look. I did feel like I got a little bit too much product on my knees, but it seemed to fade pretty fast and it looks pretty okay now. However, the way that it has faded on my ankles and my feet has been a little bit bothersome. I just feel like it's gotten so patchy on my feet. It seems to have faded more on my left foot than it has on my right foot, which I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe I get crazy with my left foot or something like that. I mean, I don't know. But I did not have any problems with it on my hands, which for most of you guys probably know that with previous tanners, I've had some struggles with my hands. Hands are always a struggle. This one and Tanceuticals have by far been the easiest to make it look really nice on your hands. I did wash my hands after about 3 hours of wearing it so that it didn't get like super crazy on my hands, and I really feel like that's the trick with really most self tanners, is always wash your hands way before you wash the rest of your body in order for these things not to get super crazy. But with that, it is important to know that your hands will fade the fastest, as you can see. All in all, guys, I do have to say that this tanner is my most favorite tanner I have ever used. It far surpasses Loving Tan just because of how the color absorbs so evenly and naturally. It far surpasses Tanologist because even though the price is right, that one probably fades the least well out of all the tanners that I have. It doesn't fade badly, but it just doesn't fade as well as the other ones. And then Tanceuticals I still absolutely love for my hands and my feet, and I will definitely use it throughout the winter when I don't want to be this dark. But this guy is definitely going to be like my summer tan. Like, this is the good good stuff, and I so wish that they had released this earlier in the summer because I just think it is amazing. Now, not to say that there aren't other parts of the world that are going into summer, and that's a really big thing, so they could be catering more to them, which is awesome. But you know, I'm just over here being selfish, wishing that this had come out right at the beginning of my summer, because my summer is most important. My first thought whenever I woke up the next morning, I was like, I literally look like I was laying out in the sun. That's what I look like. And I have never fully felt that way with a self tanner. I've always been a little bit self-conscious of, do I look orange? Do I look natural? And with this guy, I'm like not even worried about it. So 100,000% do I recommend this tanner. Just make sure that you prep your skin appropriately with proper exfoliating, and make sure to maintain it properly with proper hydration afterwards, and you will be perfectly fine. Did I tell you guys that this is in the shade Ultra Dark? I got the Ultra Dark, and it is ultra dark, and it is my whole life. Y'all, my hair is so freaking long right now. Can't even get to the bottom. Not long enough for an Ariana Grande ponytail though. Click right here to watch that video.